An Indianapolis family now speaking out after the biggest development into a 31-year-old homicide case. Carmen Vanhus was 19 years old when she was brutally raped and murdered in her Indianapolis apartment. Now a Missouri man is behind bars tonight. I'm Gina Glaros, and tonight for Jenny Runovich, our Marina Silva spoke with Carmen's brother today, and she joins us now with how their family is doing. Marina.
Well, Gina, in the 20 minutes we talked with Carmen's brother over the phone today, you could just hear the sadness in his voice because of how she was killed is once again being brought to light. Now, he's not ready to talk to us on camera, but he's breathing a sigh of relief that a suspect has finally been arrested.
It's been 31 years since Jimmy Vanhus has hugged his sister Carmen. Now, he's reliving the trauma of that night in March 1993. Police called him Friday after a major break in his sister's case thanks to a match on DNA. Police arrested Dana Shepard in Missouri. Police say his DNA from the scene was eventually put into national and state databases. In 2013, a partial profile was developed. A decade later, Vanhus says it was a distant cousin who pinged a match that eventually led detectives to Shepard. Vanhus says his 19-year-old sister loved animals. She was a freshman in college studying art when she was brutally murdered. According to court documents, Carmen Vanhus was raped and stabbed 61 times. Her father found her body after going to check on her. Jimmy was a freshman at the time of his sister's death and found out when he turned on the news and saw his father crying. Jimmy says their dad was never the same. He died in 2002, never knowing who killed his daughter. Jimmy speaking to 13 News on behalf of their family to keep his sister's memory alive.
Vanhus says he's hopeful that more cold cases like his sister's could be solved with DNA evidence. He's also very thankful to one IMP detective that worked on this case for years outside of his regular duties. And IMPD is planning a news conference on Tuesday, and he says he plans to be there.
Yeah, and then of course the suspect, Dana Shepard, he is still in Missouri. So what's next in this case?
Yes, so he has a hearing on Wednesday. That will get the process started to get him back here to Indy eventually. But right now he's sitting in Boone County, Missouri. That's where he will wait to hear from a judge about what's next.
Yeah, of course, Marina, you've been on top of this all weekend. You'll be following this story.
Very sad
every
story.
Step of the way.
You can hear it. Like I said, you heard it from the family. It's incredibly sad.
A lot of closure, but you feel for this family reliving all these details. Thank you, Marina. New tonight, remains recovered in Greenwood more than 30 years ago have been identified. Those remains were found in 1993 near I-65 at what is now Audi Golf Course. The Johnson County coroners identified them as Michael Davis from South Carolina. Davis's loved ones had not seen or heard from him since the 80s, and he was in his mid-20s when he died. Now, while this case has been suspected as a homicide for years, the cause of his death was undetermined. Davis's family will be coming to Indiana to claim his remains. Greenwood will release more details on this case in a news conference that's planned for Thursday. All right, September is here. It is the first day of September. There's a live look over downtown Indianapolis on this Sunday evening, this Labor Day weekend, bringing in some fall-like weather. If you like today, you'll be thrilled with the next few days. Hopefully you're off tomorrow. No laboring on Labor Day. You really enjoy those temperatures.
Sure. Whatever your plans are going to be. Maybe you're headed to the lake. Maybe you just want to go out towards Eagle Creek, or just spend the day outside because you want to soak in this nice weather. It's going to be great out there. I want to show you some of the temperatures, Gina. We've already fallen quite a bit. That north wind has picked up. We're now sitting in the 60s for most of us around Indianapolis. We're knocking on the door of some 50s right now once you head north towards Tipton and Kokomo. 61 right now in Kokomo. Still holding on to 70s for dear life in Columbus and Bedford. It won't be much longer before we also cool to those 60s. We're going to keep a north wind tonight. Not only is it cooling us down, but it's pushing extra humidity out. You may have noticed this morning, maybe you headed to get brunch, maybe you headed to a worship service. When you headed out the door this morning, the humidity was a little bit lower, but now we've taken it down another notch. and this fall-like air is going to last for the next couple of days. So tomorrow we'll be feeling really refreshed as north winds continue. They're going to be kind of meandering anywhere between 5 to 20 miles per hour. When you get that 20-mile-per-hour gust, it will feel chilly at times. So coming up, we're going to be talking about this front that's now pretty much cleared the state and how long-lasting this cool air shot will be. Gina?
Okay, Matt, we'll see you then. Thank you. Tonight, Beech Grove police are investigating after a 17-year-old boy was shot this afternoon. It happened around 3 o'clock in this neighborhood near 9th Avenue and Bellefontaine Street. The teenager was taken to Eskenazi Hospital. He is listed in serious condition but stable tonight. Beech Grove police say it is important to get guns out of hands that they should not be in.
It's a problem that even Beech Grove isn't absent from, but something that we work hard towards trying to prevent, and we'll continue to try to do so.
Now, officers say this shooting appears to be isolated. They do not have any suspect information to share with us. If you have any information, you're asked to call Beech Grove Police or Crime Stoppers. Right now, police in Zionsville are asking for help to find a missing man believed to be in danger. This is 34-year-old Brian Jackson. He's been missing since around 5 p.m. on Friday. It's believed he left his home on his mountain bike, and police say he might be wearing a blue shirt with some patterned shorts. They believe he is in need of medication. If you know anything, you are asked to call Zionsville Police. This week, construction will begin on the Henry Street Bridge. It will connect downtown to the near west side over the White River. The plan is to start construction on the west side of the river next week and then move to the east side after the excavation is complete. Construction is expected to be completed by fall of 2026. The DPW director says it's all part of the White River Innovation District and an agreement with Elanco to support its new headquarters.
It's going to be a major cultural destination. It's going to be an important focal point for the city, and it's going to be an important asset for the near west side.
Now, earlier this year, the project faced some pushback following the discovery of human remains from the former Green Lawn Cemetery. Since then, the city has promised to excavate the area first.